With superhero movies, it's getting a little hard to stand out from the crowd these days, and while the Wolverine tries to tell a more personal story, it's still pretty middle of the road when compared to some of the better ones. The Wolverine takes place after the events of X3, which, now that I think about it, came out 7 years ago. Logan, or Wolverine, whatever you want to call him, once again played by Hugh Jackman, has isolated himself from the X-Men because he can't get over what happens to Jean Grey, to the point where he dreams about her every night while he's out in the wilderness, really slumming it. But someone's looking for him. It turns out that during World War II, Wolverine saved the man from one of the bombs that we dropped in Japan. And all these years, decades later, he seemingly wants to repay him back for saving his life by taking away Wolverine's immortality to free him from his pain. Now, that's what the trailer sells you on, and now that I think about it, I didn't know a lot about the movie before I saw it. I just knew immortality at risk, fight on the train, Japan, ninjas. But without giving too much away, Wolverine ends up having to protect this man's granddaughter because someone is plotting to kill her. And that actual plot point, in my opinion, was the weakest part of the movie. It's so convoluted, and at a certain point I just went, I don't care anymore. So I just had to focus more on Wolverine's journey. But most of the people are going to see this for the action, so let's get into it. For the most part, the action scenes are fairly grounded. There's a lot of stunt work going on, but one problem is that they want to just show how brutal Wolverine is with the claws, but this movie's rated PG-13, so they have to utilize a lot of shaky cam, and it's not great. But with that said, you're not getting gypped. This movie definitely has a lot of harsh imagery that I found pretty surprising at times. But there are two occasions where they break tradition with the movie's more grounded feel in action. There's this fantastic train sequence partway through the movie, and kudos to that random henchman for going toe-to-toe with Wolverine as long as he did. I just thought that entire sequence was fantastic. The other flashy action scene is in the climax of the movie, and that didn't fare as well. The movie has several villains, and the one that's kind of in the background for a while is Viper. And while I liked her, I just didn't like her in this movie. She seemed to contradict the tone that they were going for. She was coming in and out, practically hamming it up. And she was awesome, but it was just not a good fit for this movie. She was like a live-action My Valentine. Do I want to stick with that description? Yeah, that fits. But overall, the movie has its moments, but it's not something that's really going to stay with me. But it was a good effort on the part of Hugh Jackman and director James Mangold, and everyone else involved in making this movie. And it sets you up for the next X-Men movie after the credits, so totally stay during the credits of this movie. I feel like not everyone remembers that now. I saw this movie with 40-something people in the theater, but all but 5 of us actually stayed for the mid-credits scene. It's safe to assume that everyone's going to like this more than X-Men Origins Wolverine, but tell me what you thought about the Wolverine in the comments section, and if you like this review and you want to see more, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it.